Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing Harry's 10-month update, and I thought I'd do an update because I used to do these with Ellie and you guys seem to love him, and also a lot of you guys want to know what he's up to, how many months he is, and kind of like his progress and how he's doing, etc. If you want to find out more about Harry's 10-month update, then keep on watching. I know I say it all the time, but I literally can't believe he's 10 months old. It's just flying by, and in 2 months time he's going to be 1 year old, which is crazy. Yeah, he's just fitted into the family so perfectly. We love him so much, and his big sister Ellie adores him. Like, their little relationship together is just the sweetest thing. So yeah, he turned 10 months old on the 19th of September, and I haven't had him weighed recently just because I literally don't need to get him weighed. He is such a big chunk and he's feeding well, and I haven't got no issues to do with his weight or anything, but I will get him weighed very soon because I just generally want to know what he weighed. He's very different to Ellie, how she was at this age. He's a lot more lively, whereas she was quite relaxed and chilled, and she would sit and play with her toys, whereas he is quite on the go. So that's taken a lot of getting used to. Obviously different personalities, and he's just exploring, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's also very, very hard work. So yeah, he's 10 months old. He is fitting into size 9 to 12 month clothing, and in 6 months he's in size 6 nappies, which is just crazy. I remember him in newborn nappies, and now he's wearing size 6 nappies. So yeah, he has kind of like mousy brown blondish hair, and it's actually getting quite long at the back now, and it's going curly. And it was exactly the same as Ellie at this age as well. She had like little curls at the back, and she didn't have much hair to begin with. She was quite bald, and then she got it all kind of like at the back in these little curls. So yeah, I think he's gonna have curly hair like Ellie. Maybe not so much of the curls, but he's definitely going to have some sort of curls in his hair. Obviously he has these gigantic blue big eyes, which everyone compliments. He's got just the perfect gorgeous blue eyes, and yeah, he's very cheeky. Even people in town stop me and say he's got a really cheeky face, and I'm like, yeah, he's very cheeky. Says dada. He's been saying dada for a while now, and every time I say mama, mum, he just kind of like laughs at me and says dada, which is the cutest thing. But I'm like, just say mummy please. Ellie was the exact same. She said dada for her first word. He crawled, I think, at 7.5 months. I could be wrong, but it was quite early, and ever since then he is just on the go. He is obviously pulling himself up, and he's cruising around the furniture, so he can kind of get to places cruising, and I don't think it's going to be long till he's walking. Ellie was 13 months when she was walking, but I think Harry might be a little bit sooner. There's been a few accidents, there's been a few little minor accidents because he's just literally everywhere, and you have to have eyes in the back of your head. But yeah, if you do see some of my photos or videos, he has got a few like bruises to the head and little cuts and stuff, which is not fun, but obviously it's part of having a little baby that is everywhere. He's really enjoying just kind of like getting about, chasing the cat. He loves Ellie's room. That is his favourite room in the house. I think it's because there's so much going on in there. He just loves it. She's got like a bunk bed, and it's got like a tent on the lower bit of the bunk bed, and he just dives straight into the tent and wrecks the whole room. He's like a little tornado. Yeah, we call him our little tornado. But yeah, he loves playing with Ellie as well. Like when she plays at her kitchen, he is always next to her and like pretending to play with her. It's the cutest thing, and their relationship is just perfect. I've never ever had an issue with both of them yet. I think there might have been one time where Ellie was like, Mom, Harry's really annoying me, like I can't play with my toys, but she is just fantastic with him, and like she looks after him for me. Sometimes she feeds him, she plays with him, and she makes sure like he's not left out. and yeah, we're just very, very lucky that it's gone quite smoothly. I do feel quite bad because there's times where Ellie wants to play on the floor, but because she's got quite a lot of toys that have like little bits to them, I have to make sure Harry doesn't get them, because he literally puts everything in his mouth, and there's been a few times where I found him with like little things in his mouth, and it scares the life out of me. So yeah, that's been quite challenging, because he will crawl to the cat food and get a handful of cat food and put it in his mouth. So I've had to move the cat food outside because he will literally get it. So yeah, being a mum of two, at first I found it quite hard, I'm not gonna lie, especially with like the no sleep and stuff, but now it's getting a little bit easier. He has got more of a routine now, which is amazing, and I'll talk to you about that in a bit. But it still is quite challenging. So yeah, obviously there's times where I have to like provide for Ellie and, you know, bath her and stuff, and then I've got him screaming at me, and he's very clingy. He follows me everywhere, and he is definitely a mummy's boy. So yeah, it's been a bit challenging, I'm not gonna lie, and I hate moaning about it, because sometimes I do put on my Instagram, you know, that I've had a bad day and I'm feeling rubbish, and I like to be honest, because a lot of you guys that watch me are mums or even dads, and you might be going through the same thing. So it's nice to kind of like be truthful about motherhood and not kind of paint a perfect picture and pretend it's all like rainbows and unicorns, because sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's really, really hard. I do love being a mum or two, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Sleep, this is quite a big section for Harry's update, but his sleeping was absolutely awful from I'd say 4 months until 10 months. So it's been quite a long time, and obviously I've been feeling quite low about everything because I've been struggling, just being exhausted and having no routine. I found that quite hard because I'm quite a perfectionist, so when things don't go right for me, I get quite stressed about it. But yeah, sleep was absolutely awful. He would literally only sleep if he was with me. So we was co-sleeping for all of them months, and I know it's bad and it's dangerous, but when you're so exhausted, and he will literally scream the place down, and Ellie's got to sleep obviously. So yeah, we had to co-sleep, and I mean it worked because he did sleep, but he would still wake once or twice a night. It's not what I wanted, obviously. I wanted to have more of a routine and like structure. So we recently got a cot. I held off getting a cot for so long, and it was so silly of me because Ellie had a cot right from the beginning. Obviously she didn't sleep in it till she was 6 months. But we held off getting a cot because I thought it's going to be a waste of money. He's going to absolutely hate it, and he's so used to being with me, I just don't know how he's gonna transition to it. But we gave in and we bought a cot, and it has been amazing, like a life changer. And I mean, it's only been a couple of weeks, but so far so good. He has naps in it during the day, and I haven't got to have like a screaming match with him. I literally put a few toys in there, his blankets, a bottle and his dummy, and he will self-settle himself, which he has never ever done. In the past, I've had to give him a bottle in my arms, or I'd have to rock him in his rocker to get him asleep. So it would take a lot of time and a lot of stress to get him to have naps. And then he would only literally nap for like 10-15 minutes, so it was really, really hard. But now he's having naps during the day, only for about half an hour, which is not good, but it's still like progress for us, and it might turn into longer naps soon. But we're just happy he's in his own cot and his own little space, and I think that's literally all he wanted. As much as he wanted me, I think he actually wanted his own space. And then he goes to bed at around 9ish, 8:30, and then he will sleep until about 5 and have a bottle. Now he's not sleeping the whole night still, which, do you know what, it doesn't bother me too much anymore because I'm so used to it. I'm used to waking up at 5 o'clock and having that like cuddle time with him and giving him his bottle. And he's such a hungry baby. We've tried everything. We've tried hungry milk, obviously he has a meal before bedtime, and he's just hungry, so he likes to have a bottle at about 5, and then he will sleep till about 8 in the morning, which I still think is good. Ellie slept through the whole night since she was about 4 months, I think. But we suffered more with colic with her in the early stages, so obviously every baby's different. But yeah, we're really happy that the cot is working, and it gives obviously us some time to chill out in the evenings, because he would only go to bed with me, so I would literally have to go to bed for him to go to bed. So yeah, I get like a bit more time in the evenings now, and he's having a better sleep. And yeah, talking about sleep, Channel Mum's topic this month is about sleep, and that might be sleep with your children or sleep with yourself. Maybe you struggle going to sleep, or maybe you have nightmares, or your children have nightmares, or you're like me and had to co-sleep with your children to get them sleep. And they have a forum page over at their website, which I will leave linked in the description below, and they have sleep experts. So if you have a sleep question, such as maybe, why does my child sleep, or I can't sleep at night, I can't switch off, then leave a question at the forum page for the sleep expert, and I'm sure they will give you some amazing advice. I know I use that forum page quite a lot during my time with getting Harry to sleep, and a lot of people did say just kind of push yourself and put him maybe in his own room or in his own cot, and see how that goes. Obviously he hasn't got his own room. Ellie didn't have her own room till she was about 11 months old, and it still worked for us having her in the room with us. So yeah, definitely head over to Channel Mum and check that out. I'm going to go on to weaning. Again, at first he quite struggled with weaning. We did wean him quite early because he was so obsessed with milk. He just wanted milk, milk, milk. So obviously we started off with rusks and porridge, just to fill him up a little bit, and he did really like that, so he took to it quite well. And then when I introduced purees to him, he wasn't a massive fan of them, and he really struggled swallowing. So there were certain purees that he would find quite hard, and you could see him trying to swallow. So obviously I took him to the doctors just to double check everything was okay and it didn't have anything wrong with his like throat or anything, and the doctor said he's absolutely fine, and it's pretty normal with babies that are just learning to eat because it's all new to him. But now he's doing really well. He has 3 meals a day. He has either porridge or like anything we have. So sometimes I give him shreddies with warm milk. He really likes that. Or he has a banana. And then lunchtime he will have like a fruit pot and something we're having, like some toast fingers or strawberries or something like that. And then in the evening he will have a dinner pouch and maybe like a yogurty sort of fruit pouch thing, plus his milk as well. So he loves finger food such as snacks, but he's not as into it as Ellie was. Like I remember giving Ellie raspberries and strawberries and she would demolish the whole thing. She really loved the whole weaning process. And with Harry it took a lot longer, and like I said, he did have a lot of trouble swallowing, so I would get really scared when it came to him having a strawberry, because he would shove it all in his mouth and then start gagging, and I could see that he was like having trouble swallowing. So I usually give him like big cucumber sticks or something that he can't like choke on. But so yeah, that's taken a lot of getting used to, because like I said, Ellie was quite good with weaning, and all babies are different. I give him whatever we're having. So if we're having a roast dinner, we will mash it up for him. He loves Yorkshire puddings, like absolutely loves them, and mashed potato. He's a big fan of mashed potato. So yeah, that's a little bit about weaning and sleeping. Him in general, he is just a little bundle of joy. He's our wild child. He is so wild and crazy. but we love it. Like, we wouldn't change him for the world, and his personality is coming out every single day, and he's such a smiler, as you can probably tell from my photos and videos. But yeah, he's a very, very happy baby, and we feel very, very blessed to have 2 healthy, happy babies. If you'd like to know a bit more about Harry's 10-month update, leave me a question down below and I will answer that. I hope I didn't leave anything out too important. He's actually having a sleep at the moment, but if he wakes up, I will insert some clips of him. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.